at you. Let's see who's on camera. I don't. Okay, here's the other thing. I'm not 100% if is it Wizards. I don't know if it's that blue-red Wizard deck or not, but I'm like kind of thinking it is. Again, I don't watch the matches beforehand, so I do my best and love it. I love that he's got that nice little hidden away. Hey, I'm gonna get mana with this. Don't even look at this. Don't worry about what mana I'm gonna get. I'm just gonna. There's gonna be mana that's gonna be made. And he can do that because he's got that Ironworks combo and can kind of do some crazy stuff with it. So we'll see how things work out when he tries to combo off. And Ironworks combo is a super powerful deck. So gotta think that it's got that staying power that's it's tough to deal with. Like, you're not paying attention and you're gonna die. Let's be honest. If you don't have ways to interact with it, you're gonna be hurting. Like, it really runs a handful of creatures, Scrap Trawler, Mirror Retriever, and it's just all about getting things back from your graveyard, stuff that costs 1, stuff that costs 0, and just really kind of hurting people when you're sacking artifacts to that Cart Clan Ironworks, gaining a bunch of mana. You can reoccur Spell Bomb to kill people and just kind of have a loop here. Yeah, there's some shenanigans you can do. But this Wizard deck might have some say in the matter. Alright, let's see how things go. Shuffling up, getting ready. That Wizard list did look pretty sweet, though. I'm wondering if he's running the Spell Stutter Sprite in his list. I know that some lists were running around with like 1 or 2 copies. Some lists had none. So, who knows? Who knows? Again, the blue-red Wizard is all tempo all the time, so maybe they were doing closest to 7 there. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to what Corey rolled, but yep, looks like both players happy with those. Darksteel Citadel into a sphere, and he'll pass. If you are newer to Modern, again, it's really important to distinguish what deck you're playing against early enough so you can get in the mindset of lines of play that you can be able to use. Seeing the specific lines of play from this, you should know that it is going to be that Ironwork combo style when it's that Sphere and Darksteel. Alright? Darksteel is really used in very few decks. Affinity, this. So it's once you're seeing that, and you're seeing it with Sphere, which is not something seen in Affinity, you know, don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I guess like the hardened scales, right? But that's like quote unquote hardened scales affinity, right? And these early stages of the Ironworks combo is just all about throwing some stuff in your graveyard, drawing some cards, just sort of building up, right? It takes a little bit. And again, that 4 mana is really when things kind of can, or not just 4 mana. Really, you need to be able to get up to the Ironwork combo. So you have to be able to get to that at some point. Doesn't have to be on turn 4, but at least you need that 4 mana. So, all right, Max is going to be poking away here. So that's cool. He's going to be running, I guess, a little bit more of the prowess style. And we'll just continue along with this sort of draw cards. I'll deal 2 damage to that. It's like, hey, it's a 1/3. There we go. Thank you, Storm Chaser Mage. Wizard, Flying Haste, and Prowess. Says I'll poke you for 1 again. Hey, we're there. 4 mana. Let's get going. Ironwork. And he says, I'd like to counter that with my counter spell. So Max is at least doing well at preventing things from going off for the time being and able to kind of have a clock, even though it's a slow clock. It's still a clock. Not really getting much prowess triggers going at this point. Hey, can I have the Scrap Trawler? Snippety Snapcaster says no. Prowess trigger. Oh, he's got another one. Yikes. Yeah, Wizard's Retort. So Max is playing more counter spells than some of the other Wizard lists running around. Some of them don't have as many counter spells, but he likes the Wizard's Retort. I like it a lot too, and with the amount of wizards you got running around, why not? And he says, "Hey, I'll poke you again for 1." Can I have this? Can I have this for 2? And he'll just be like, nah, you can't have that. Counter. Return Scrap Trawler. Or draw a card. I don't mind him returning Scrap Trawler here, but because he just can blow this up and get back the Engineered. Thing about Scrap Trawler, when Scrap Trawler or another artifact is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, return to your hand target artifact card in your graveyard with lesser converted mana cost. Engineered has a converted mana cost of 0. So, but then again, if he does not have another counter spell in hand, returning the Scrap Trawler doesn't really help him. So he missed the trigger off the scrap trawler to get the engineer, but not that big a deal because his focus was, hey, I really want to get this Cart Clan Ironworks out. So I'm going to do this, sack this, get this, boom. Hey, can I have this? And now Max has got to hope he's got a counterspell. And look at this, hey! Wizards retort. My wizards say no. Hope that's cool with you. Yep, alright, cool. And I'd like to make this Mana Rock. Max is probably just like, yeah, that's fine. Let's see that Delver trigger here. See if he can get an insect. And there's a Remand. That's pretty nice. Throwing his lands now. Oh, that's another wizard that I don't know. From Dominaria. Robert, help me out. What's that guy? Ooh, something with haste, though. Bam. So, whenever... Oh, he's got a 2/2 flying, so he actually did 2 damage. So that should be 10. Not... Sorry. Miscount. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, wizards you control get +1/+1 till end turn. So, it's like prowess for all other wizards. And he says, hey, I would like to cast this. And he says, no, I'd like to cast Remand and make my wizards bigger. And I'll draw a card. Let's see if Max has any more instants or sorceries to put the pain train going. Serum Visions. Triggers. Prowess trigger. This trigger as well. All the triggers. Boom, boom, boom. Draw a card, scry 2. Let's put that on the top and that on the bottom. Get ready. Pain train's rolling into town. And let's go to game 2. This seems like a tough matchup for Corey based on the amount of counterspell that Max had at his disposal there. Like, that was pretty scary. Like, not as many of the wizard decks run that many counterspells. And I liked that he was running the Cinderwind in there. I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce that. But Flying Haste, buff up, prowess for all other wizards. You know, it's pretty good. Not all others. All wizards you control. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Alright, so sideboarding time. It's the decider. What can help him out? Guttural Response is pretty good to bring in here because it's counter target blue instant spell. Hey, all those counter spells are blue. Defensive grid if he's got it, which is during each player's turn, each other player's spells cost 3 more. So those counter spells that are normally costing 2, they now cost 5. So those are nice ways to interact. This is what Is It Prowess turned into, I think. Yeah, I think this is a good Is It Prowess style. Like, this seems fine, like this wizard way of playing here. Is it wizards? Now, things are going to be harder for game 2 because Corey, I believe, is on the play this time. I think Max said Delver and then accidentally put opt out. So, but having a Delver on turn 1's pretty nice. Now, here's the scary part, guys. Next turn, Corey's going to have plenty of mana. I'm going to poke you for 1. Take that. Oh, scrap trawler. Mox is turned on. Ancient Stirring is coming out. Now, Mirror Retriever, very similar to Scrap Trawler. So Mirror Retriever, that was the one that got played, is a 1/1 for 2 that when it dies, return another target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Seems pretty good. Helps to continue the loop. Trigger. Nope. It's a wizard. Yep, Delver of Secrets is also a wizard. Let's kill that. I like that. Poke you for 2. Take that. Can I have a Disguy? Throws down that Scrap Trawler. I'm ready to go. 3-2 for 3. And again, that helps him get going because if he's blowing stuff up, he can start to get some other goodies back. We got to see an opt. Let him draw a card. Oh, a Serum looks like is hanging out on top. And we're going to see some flipperoos. Now he's got 2 3-3s. Nice guy, Corey, going to help him out. Say, hey, no problem, Max. Let me help you. Coming at you for 6. Corey just sort of, yep, can't block flyers. Drops down to 11. Goes, hey, here's some more lands that help me get artifacts back later if I want. Ooh. I hate that card. The Aether Grid. So Slipknot saying, trying to get into the game but don't understand the rules of the decks. So think about it, it's very dependent upon what deck you want to play. And there's specific rules that are just matter for all Magic in general, but nice Cryptic Command gets cast. I really recommend looking into Magic Arena because that's a great way to understand the rules in general and just get some practice playing. But you know, simple stuff. You can only play a land a turn unless you have a specific spell that lets you do otherwise. Creatures cannot attack the first turn they're played unless they have haste, things like that. You know, but getting a group of people to start playing with is nice. The end of this month is a pre-release, which you get packs of cards to try to make a deck with. So, again, you need a 60-card deck to play in like a tournament like this. Pre-release, you only have to have a 40-card deck that you can make at the time. But, you know, there's lots of videos like Jolly over there saying is that you can watch a lot of videos on YouTube, but again, playing a lot does help as well. So playing like Magic Arena, which helps work you through it, where they have a bunch of pre-made decks that all you got to do is pick one up and start playing. And you can see a lot of the streamers right now for the Magic on Twitch are playing Magic Arena. All right, 6 damage coming across here. But Magic is a great game, and I recommend getting into it if you can. If you are interested in knowing more about specific decks in Modern, I do have a series that is on my YouTube channel all about specific decks in Modern, and I'm glad to see that Ironworks is losing. I think a lot of people feel that way. Oh no! Local shop closed, so I can't get any cards. Thanks for the... Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that your local shop closed. Hopefully you'll have another one open up at some point, or that is not too far from you, because I think we are very lucky in our area that we're able to go to our local shop. So, man, how many people were happy watching Ironworks combo lose to all the counter magic? Yeah, that's a good point. Fitz is talking about how there's different versions of the game or formats. Like, we're watching Modern right now, which is, in my opinion, one of the greatest formats for Magic. Some of the decks can be a little expensive, but there's so many fun decks out there, and it encourages brewing, encourages to be able to have a variety of decks. Like, you look at the top 8, or top 16, there's going to be 10 different decks there, right? Like, it's crazy to see. So, yep. There's different games out there that can help you to learn. So yep, lots of different stuff. Oh, Addie's waking up. Bye, Addie. Must be close to dinner time. So, yeah, lots of good stuff going on for Magic, at least. Definitely recommend getting into it. So, is that Corey Creech from Germany? I don't believe he's from Germany, but that would be pretty cool. Maybe he is. So we've got one more round tonight, guys. We're only doing 4 tonight. I know, sad to say, but that's how it goes sometimes. Just getting right back into it. Again, this is a weekly thing, so you will be seeing us here every Monday. So if you like the coverage, please hit the follows, the subscribes if you got them. No big deal. So let's hop over to round number 4, though.